On the news tonight, Governor Soludo holds State Executive Council cabinet members' orders to a two-day retreat. Lawmaker Ibezi to run for Federal House of Representatives. General elections, parties to submit membership registers 30 days to primaries. Israel uses economic measure, closes crossing to Gazans over bomb attacks. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let us give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good evening. Glad to have you join us on the news tonight. My name is Maureen Stone Enujoke. Less than 2 weeks after Anambra State Governor Professor Chukwuma Soludo inaugurated the State Executive Council, members of the Cabinet alongside permanent secretaries are being hosted to a two-day capacity building retreat to prepare them for the tasks ahead. The retreat holding at the Anambra International Convention Center, Oka, was organized for commissioners, special advisors, and permanent secretaries and key appointees to enable them key into the policy thrust of building a greater Anambra in line with the manifesto of the Soludo administration. Government House correspondent Echikabana has the details.
One of the major reasons for organizing the capacity building program, amongst others, is to foster and build teamwork and unity of purpose among administrators that will be taking decisions in the ministries, departments and agencies of government. The retreat was also organized with the aim of equipping some of the cabinet members without public service background with the rules and knowledge of the public office. Speaking to the press shortly after the first day's session, Governor Soludo explained that the retreat was designed to build the team armed with the vision and plan with the execution in sight. He emphasized that alignment is of utmost importance to better understand the environment for action, pointing out that during the sessions, enabling tools, better grasp of the environment and rules were properly established, while stating that participants are also benefiting from other people's experiences. Governor Soludo expressed optimism that they will be better energized to get to the field to deliver in terms of the objectives they set for themselves. He continued that the three major documents, including the campaign manifesto, Vision 2070 report, and joint handover report, remain the major definitions of the roadmap.
And the retreat, of course, for every new exco is designed to now have the team. You have the vision, we have the plan, we now have a team, and the next is execution. It's been very packed there, and we've had people of all fields share experiences with us with the three major documents that actually provide define the vision, the plan, the roadmap that we're going. So the essence of it is to build a team to deliver.
Earlier, Secretary to the State Government, Professor Solo Chukwulobelo, who hinted that the session will be fully interactive, congratulated the governor for quick constitution of members of the State Executive Council, noting that members have no choice than to key into the present administration's mantra of building a livable and prosperous homeland. Some of the facilitators who were engaged virtually and physically to interface with the participants, including the Minister of Road, Power and Housing, Senator Babatunde Fashola, Director General of Budget Office, Nigeria, Professor Ben Akabueze, former Corps Marshal and erstwhile Minister of Aviation, Chief Osita Chidoka, Director General, Nigeria Governors Forum, A.B. Okauru, among others, drilled them on select topics in view of anticipated disruptive reforms. From the Anambra International Convention Center, Oka, Ejike Abana, ABS News.
Anambra State Deputy Governor Dr. Onyekachukwu Ibezim has called for a collaborative effort in the fight against criminality. Dr. Ibezim made the call during a funeral at Nibo in Oka South local government area. Correspondent Emmanuel Chibata reports.
Dr. Ibezim onye nke kwupụtara ka o si wee dị aka na-achị ugbu a no
Lawmaker noted that in less than 5 months he was elected into the 9th Assembly in 2019. He sponsored
We want to apologize for that mix-up. Our next story. A former federal lawmaker, Honorable Ifeanyi Chukwu Ibezi, has declared interest to run for Idemili North and South Federal Constituency seat under the platform of the All Progressives Congress, APC. Dr. Ibezi, who declared his interest at the Phase 1 of the 2022 Empowerment Program he and the Reality Family Organization organized for Idemili North and South Federal Constituency at his residence, Ezimoku Abajabatete, Idemili North Local Government Area of Anambra State, said the vacuum of effective representation being felt in the constituency necessitated his rerun ambition. Correspondent Joseph Ebocha has the details.
The former lawmaker noted that in less than 5 months he was elected into the 9th Assembly in 2019. He sponsored 4 bills and 12 motions that impacted on the lives of his constituents and the entire Nigerians, including the motion on the need to reactivate eastern ports in order to put them to maximal use and decongest Apapa and Tinkan Island ports. Dr. Ibezi also recalled that constituency offices he established as a lawmaker created jobs for his constituents. In addition to over 100 employments he secured, assuring that there will be third phase of the empowerment program, which many said has continued to touch lives in all the communities.
At any election cycle, anytime on here, we will defeat anybody that wants to run with us. We are doing that because it is a spiritual, moral obligation for our people. My wife, that is what she has signed off to be doing. I have also signed off to embark on humanitarian services for the rest of my life, whether politics or no politics.
Earlier, the Imo State Governor, Senator Hope Uzodimma, represented by his Commissioner for Labor and Productivity, Prince Ford Uzumba, said the people of Idemili North and South Federal Constituency and indeed the entire Anambra have a great son in Dr. Ibezi.
It is very, very important that only power, if we empower him by electing him to an appropriate position, it will be to the benefit of the people. Because if I is not looking for money, it's not looking for house, it's not looking for car. The greatest thing he can have now is a good name. And I'm sure he is aspiring to make a good name. Not for himself alone, for this community, for this local government, for this federal constituency, for this state.
In their separate remarks, the All Progressives Congress APC Deputy National Chairman South, Chief Ima Enuku, and the Anambra State Chairman of the party, Chief Basil Ejidike, who acknowledged that Dr. Ibezi and APC have strong followership in Idemili North and South, counted Second Niger Bridge and reconstruction of Enugu-Onitsha Expressway as among the achievements of the party in the southeast. A one-time Commissioner for Information in Anambra State, Chief Tony Onyema, who acknowledged that the empowerment program affecting 17 communities in the constituency has been ongoing for years, said a new beginning is possible for the people of Idemili North and South Federal Constituency with Honorable Ibezim and the Reality Family Organization.
17 communities in the federal constituency. All the communities will benefit one thing or the other today. And that happened cases, all of us, man, over the years, they may empower. About more than 100 people not here, Ochaya has given job in the last 10 years.
About 18 public secondary schools in the constituency receive basic science equipment, while over 40 shuttle buses, assorted motorcycles, grinding and sewing machines, bags of rice were distributed to other individuals at the event that had the presence of Igwe Godwin Odiegu of Abacha community and the President General of various communities in the constituency, led by the National President of Anambra State Association of Town Union, ASATU, Barrister Titus Abudo. From Abatete in the Idemili North Local Government Area, Joseph Ebocha reporting for ABS News.
Anambra State government has reminded contractors working with the Ministry of Housing that the present administration will not tolerate poor work and unseriousness to work. The Commissioner for Housing, Mr. Pauli Onyeka, stated this while meeting with project contractors in his office in Oka According to the commissioner, Governor Chukwuma Soludo had intimated all commissioners and heads of parastatals that he must deliver good dividends of democracy to the people of the state because he was elected into government to work. The commissioner told the contractors that the government will not renege in a contractual agreement and that once the job is properly executed, government will pay accordingly. He, however, told them that if on inspection and the job is being poorly executed, the government will waste no time to shut the site and dismiss the contractor. He said that government will leave no stone unturned in the development of Anambra State. Pastor Elijah of Life Transformation Bible Church, Amobia, marks birthday and calls for youth Nigerian president from South to revolutionize the nation. The General Overseer of the Life Transformation Bible Church, Amobia, Pastor Anthony Elijah, has solicited for a youth Southern president who will revolutionize Nigeria into a befitting nation. Pastor Elijah, who made this known during his birthday celebration and 35 years as a priest on Easter Day, described bad leadership as the bane of the nation in all sectors of the economy and called on youths to get ready the permanent voter cards to enthrone a viable and competent leader with the fear of God. Emmanuel Chibata reports.
It was an atmosphere of joy and a moment of God's faithfulness in the life of Pastor Elijah as members of his church, friends, family and colleagues celebrated him. Pastor Elijah, who founded his ministry 2 years ago, said that 35 years behind the pulpit has not been so easy, but God, through his immeasurable love, has been the success behind his journey, even at odd times. The pastor challenged the youth to rise to the responsibility of making Nigeria a great nation, expressing worry that the youth have been relegated to the background in terms of leadership.
It's been up and down, battles and opposition, good and bad, but in all, God has been faithful. He has never let me down. Even in time of storms, battles, opposition, challenges has been there. Anytime I look unto him, he always make a way for me to cross over. And that's the reason why I gather the people today to praise the Lord, how he has been faithful in keeping me, preserving me, and making the work of God in my hand to prosper.
While cutting the birthday cake, some of the ministers of the church, including Pastor Shimobi Otiji and Pastor Faith Nwachukwu, described the celebrant as an ardent servant of God who, through his ministry, has positively transformed many lives and won many souls for God.
Our Father has raised sons and daughters across the globe. Such a man with vision is what this generation needs.
I thank God so much because this man have so much helped so many lives. It has, even in my personal life, at least great impact.
The wife and a child of the celebrant, Pastor Olushi and Mr. Ephraim Elijah, wished her husband and his father well on the occasion of his birthday, even as they prayed God to grant him more strength and wisdom to further propagate the gospel of God.
Thank God, the ministry is moving very fine. By the grace of God, God is doing wonders in our ministry. It's not by our strength, neither by our power, but by the grace of God. God is showing himself.
By the grace of God, it has not been easy. It has not been an easy task working with Daddy and making sure that we'll join him to fulfill the mandate, because the most important thing is here is fulfilling the mandate.
His church members, including Mrs. Charity Ede and Angela Nsora, shared testimony on how God used the celebrant to touch their lives. The celebration featured presentation of birthday gifts to the pastor and prayers from his congregation. From Amobia, Emmanuel Chibata, ABS News.
And it's a happy birthday to the celebrant. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has asked political parties to maintain a membership register in hard and soft copies and to make such register available to the Commission not later than 30 days before the dates fixed for primaries, congresses and conventions as required by the provision of Section 77 of the Electoral Act 2022. The chairman of the Commission, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, who requested the second quarterly consultative meeting with resident electoral commissioners in Abuja, said though it is a mandatory requirement, and all parties are required to comply, only one political party has complied so far. Princess Ekwi Ajide filed the report. Taken from here.
He noted that doing otherwise will seem like going into an election without a register of voters, and there can be no credible primary or general election without a credible register of voters. Professor Yakubu said to enable more Nigerians to register as voters, the Commission created additional centers to devolve the continuous voter registration (CVR) exercise beyond its states and local government offices nationwide, thereby activating a total of 2,673 centers nationwide, training more personnel, deploying additional machines, and intensified voter education. According to him, there has been a noticeable increase in the number of new registrants since the CVR exercise resumed for the fourth and final quarter, as 405,587 eligible Nigerians have completed the registration at the various centers, which are about a 31% increase on the average figure of 125,000 weekly registrations since the exercise commenced in June last year. He, however, expressed concerns about the safety of their equipment, personnel, and Nigerians who come out to register at the various registration centers, as well as the printed permanent voter card (PVCs) made available for collection by registered voters, saying that based on the urgency of the situation in Anambra State, the CVR has been suspended in all the 42 additional centers and confined to their state and local government offices, except Nnewi South and Ogbado local government areas, where the exercise has also been temporarily suspended. The INEC boss reiterated that despite the security challenges, the Commission is resolute in its determination to conduct the 2023 general election as scheduled, and every eligible Nigerian must be allowed to vote, including citizens in the internally displaced persons camp. He expressed confidence in security agencies, saying they can deal with the security challenges ahead of the 2023 general election, especially as they have started preparations for the election early, therefore has ample time to deal with the current situation to enable the Commission and all stakeholders to deploy nationwide for the election for peaceful electioneering and conduct of elections.
Let me also seize this opportunity to remind political parties that by the provision of Section 77 of the Electoral Act 2022, each party is required to maintain a membership register in hard and soft copy and to make such register available to the Commission not later than 30 days before the date fixed for primaries, congresses, and conventions. So far, only one political party has complied. It is a mandatory requirement of the law, and all parties are required to comply. Doing otherwise is like going into an election without the register of voters. There can be no credible primary or general election without credible register of voters.
You're still watching ABS Television News Channel 24 Oka. A commercial break beckons. Stay with us.
Traveling? You deserve the absolute best. Enjoy maximum comfort in our new buses with more legroom, reclinable seats, onboard entertainment, and much more. Pick your preferred seat. Choose your preferred schedule. Travel on your terms. Ready for a premium ride driven by the best captains out there? Book now.
Welcome back. Chief Mrs. Nkiru Obiefuna has been inducted into the prestigious Otuodo Women Title Group of Abajabatete, Idemili North Local Government Area, Aziyom Arubeze. The induction, which was held at her country home, Ifita Village, Abatete, was attended by different title groups from the town and other communities, friends and relatives, among others. Correspondent Blessing Uchendo tells us more.
Otuodo is one of the most revered and coveted society for women in Igbo land, usually described as the highest traditional women association. Thus, Otuodo signifies prestige, honor, affluence, influence and respect among women. Chief Mrs. Obiefuna was decorated with white akwete fabric, odwaka and odwapa, coral beads on her neck, a large nza or hostel, a traditionally designed hand fan with the Iyom's title name boldly inscribed in front and back. Speaking on behalf of Indio Otuodo, Chief Mrs. Ifeyinwa Onwudinjo said that Chief Mrs. Obiefuna has been examined and found worthy to be a member of the prestigious society with outstanding attributes that qualify her, including her husband testifying about his wife's worthiness, even as they prayed for more blessings upon her. After the traditional breaking of kola nut by the husband, Sir Okwi Obiefuna, he described his wife as his pride, praising her support and hard work, which are some of the qualities that earn her the honored title. The celebrant, Iyom Arubueze, who was visibly overjoyed, appreciated her husband for his support, noting that her induction into the Otuodo means a lot to her and promised to be a good representative of her husband, community and the Otuodo institution.
It's the best day in my life after my wedding day. So people saw angry and
the event featured dance by Otuodo women, presentation of gifts to the celebrant, among other colorful displays.
Reports say Israel will close its only crossing from the Gaza Strip for workers on Sunday after militants in the Palestinian enclave fired 3 rockets at the Jewish state. Following the rockets fired towards Israeli territory from the Gaza Strip last night, it was decided that crossings into Israel for Gazans merchants and workers through the Erez crossing will not be permitted this upcoming Sunday. Kogat, a unit of the Defense Ministry responsible for Palestinian civil affairs, said in a statement on Saturday. Israeli-Palestinian sources said on Friday night 2 rockets were fired from Gaza at southern Israel, with one hitting the Jewish state and the other falling short and striking near a residential building in northern Gaza. The army said early Saturday a 3rd rocket was fired at Israel with no air raid sirens activated for any of the launches. The rockets, which follow similar attacks on Wednesday and Thursday, come as Israeli police have been clashing with Palestinian protesters at Jerusalem's flashpoint Al-Aqsa Mosque compound in recent days. Israel had carried out retaliatory strikes following the earlier rocket attacks, but in an apparent desire to prevent further violence, shifted its response this time to the painful economic measure of closing Erez, implying that further rockets would extend the penalty. Kogat added in its statement that the reopening of the crossing will be decided in accordance with the security situational assessment. What people did while they were alive is what they will be remembered for when they are no more. That was so for late Mrs. Gloria Ugoye Ezokafo, as the family members and those who came to pay the last respects to the deceased gave testimonies of her hospitality and charity works while she was alive. Staff reporter Njide Kokoye covered the burial ceremony.
Delivering a sermon during a burial service held in her honor at St. Simon's Anglican Parish, Ichida, Aniocha local government area, a retired Archdeacon, Venerable Ezekiel Onike, stressed the need for one to have encounter with Jesus Christ, who has resurrected, and urged the congregation to emulate the godly elders and faithful ones in Christ. Venerable Onike described late Mrs. Ezokafo as a faithful Christian who was committed to the things of God, urging Christians to be steadfast no matter the challenges and run their Christian race to the end to receive a crown, as God knows every work of man and will pay them accordingly. Speaking at the ceremony, the first son of the deceased, Mr. Anene Ezokafo, who noted that their mother put every effort to train them after the death of their father and brought them where they are today, describing her as a woman of peace, dedicated to the service of God and humanity, and promised to keep her legacy alive. Mr. Ezokafo thanked all who came from far and near to commiserate with them, while the first daughter of the deceased, Mrs. Edith Ndreka, said that their mother was a woman of prayer and a mother to all that came around her, asking her siblings to come closer to God, live a life of forgiveness, love one another, and live in peace to ensure that the good legacy of their late mother will be alive.
Somebody na bona na galo oda apukale ije ke aje bonya ode ngodi ojo ije to sai me be why am I onye try and come to enjoy it so I'm sure I want to have somebody any to go land
nne ma ho nyoku no nne m ikpe ekpere na ọ na-adị agụ karịa nne ọrịa. Nne m nwere ịgwa ha bụ onye ọbụla jisi ike nke ka nke gbasosiri Chineke ike ka Chineke nke usu niile nke ndị a nwee ike na-asụrụ onye ukwu na onye nta ụzọ welu udo welu ndidi nwanne gị mee ya die ya ka ọ ya bụ ebe mma ya nọ na ọ na-enwe aṅụrị ka m si mara na mpa m na-enwe aṅụrị.
A friend of the family, Mr. Frank Innocent, thanked God that late Mrs. Ezokafo lived a good life and died at the age of 85, advising her children to toe her path. Musical performances, condolences by relations, friends and well-wishers formed the high points of the event. From Ichida, Njireka Okoye, ABS News.
Remember, you can follow news and programs on ABS from many parts of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Oka. Follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. Log on to our website www.absradiotv.com. And now a recap of the main points before we go. Governor Soludo has hosted State Executive Council cabinet members' orders to two-day retreat. Lawmaker Ibezi is to run for Federal House of Representatives. General election, parties are to submit membership registers 30 days to primaries. Israel is using economic measures, closest crossing to Gazans over bomb attacks. And here's a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that's it on the news tonight. Thank you so very much for watching. My name is Maureen Stone Enujoke. Good night. And